Should be good. Oh dear, that's a lot of lizardmen. That's a lot of lizardmen. So I got contacted by Linksi a while ago to actually play a co-op campaign with 4 other content creators. All of them post on YouTube, and you can see them on screen now. If you guys are interested in any Warhammer campaign-focused content, you should check out their channels in the description for that, and also for past and future parts of this crazy Gelt campaign. So with that out of the way, let's get into the debrief that I received from Jarl of the Appian Way.
Hello, Enticity and viewers, or as I say on my channel, greetings and felicitations. Allow me to introduce to you this relay Baltashar Gelt Golden Order campaign. I've just played turns 15 through 31. So I got it at 15, I played through 30, and I got a save file at turn 31. It's on legendary difficulty, let's not forget to mention. Before me was Linksi, who set all of it up, and then I did 15 turns, and by the grace of God, I survived. Now, let's introduce you to your territory. Welcome to New Estalia, gentlemen. We are at the Huahuan Desert. If you need to know where that is, that's all the way down here at the very other end of the Mortal Empire's map. Way down here. That's right. And what can we find at New Estalia but also the Golden Gelt and its gorgeous waterfalls? New Fort Saul, which was not named by me. I would have made New Reichland, which is up here at a choke point. I would have made that New Fort Saul. To your immediate north, along the far western stretches of what is this continent again? Lustria. We have the Pillars of the Unseen Constellation and the Wellsprings of Eternity, yet unexplored and unsettled. We're pretty sure there's no Skaven here. Pretty sure. I'm not lying. We really don't think there's any Skaven there. When I picked up the game, New Reichland was our newest addition to our Geltish empire. And I was since then, after no difficulty whatsoever and no troubles, I eliminated down here Clan Pestilence and Lord Skrull. So I named my conquest Jarldorf. Thank you very much. And up here, with absolutely no difficulty whatsoever, and with successive battles down at New what was it? New Reichland, not New Fort Saul, though it should have been Fort Saul. Yes, that's right, I named it Enticity. Yeah. Anyway, so Enticity, this is where we defeated Nakai the Wanderer. Well, technically I defeated Nakai down here, and then I beat up his little baby faction, and then gave them a peace treaty, because I don't think we care about Tlonclaw yet. But of course, just after I had secured Jarldorf and Enticity, and my time was coming to an end, Itza decided, with only 4 points negative opinion about us, to declare war. I kid you not. Here, look at this. I'm just gonna scroll down here. Look at Itza. Look how little they don't care about us. And yet, Gorak declared war on me. Gorak, you're a punk. I hope you nothing but ill will. Stupid diplomacy map. Anyway, there is a problem, and that is that I put your army in forced march, and thankfully, Xlaupmuil did not attack me in the forced march stance right outside of New Reichland. That could have been a little bit ugly. Let me introduce you to Gelt's army while I'm thinking about it. This is obviously Baltashar Gelt, and I've just got him to rank 16, so I got you Quicksilver. We do have Lore Master, Lore of Metal, and that means we've got, 1 cost Searing Doom, 1 cost Plague of Rust. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool, actually. And Linksi made sure that you had Lightning Strike, so you could take advantage of that campaign ability. But let me introduce you to the army. I took the liberty of naming most everybody in the army myself. We have Stinksies, the Total Biscuit lol emoji face, because the spearmen have Total Biscuit's lol face, and you can't convince me otherwise. I just hired on the Jarl Dwarf bullets. They are untested in battle. We've got Appius's Revenge, because, let's face it, I had a lot of dinosaurs to kill. Moloch, please don't delete me. He's somebody else who'll be running around in this campaign. We've got, I wrote a letter using the archers about, this is how you win legendary campaigns, I guess. Sincerely, Jarl of the Appian Way, on his 5th try. First. Totally did it the first try. I didn't need 5 do-overs at all. Anyway, dinosaurs are coming your way. That's a Rite of Primeval Glory army. You might also see some Feral Cold One summons when you fight that. Just be wary of that. Gorok still has Itza, and he's also got Sabatoon over here. Okay, I think that's everything. I kind of realized, like, my last 2 turns felt like a lame duck phase, so I didn't spend money. I left things available for you to do, just in case you wanted to use those 3,000 funds. And last but not least, let's talk about the elector counts. I'm really trying to get Reichland's fealty, because it'd be good to confederate Reichland at like turn 90 or something. But we've got, I guess he's not really a count. Okay, we've got 5 points there, 6 points there. Oh, here's a good one. Yeah, Hochland is really close to confederating, or wanting to anyway. 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. Manfred. And then, oh yeah, Averland's also at about 9 points right now. 2 points out of Wissenland. He's not happy with us.
Does not have my consent.
Thank you very much, Karl Franz. Anyway, I think that's everything. Like I said, I tried leaving it in as good of a condition as I could, and do what you want with the Council of Burgermeisters or whatever, you know. Anyway, it's your campaign now. My hands are clean of it. Have fun.
And fun I had indeed. Seemed like a pretty good campaign, and starting off, the first thing I did was recruit an army. I figured I would need it considering how many dinos there were right beside one of my settlements, and after that I started building up relations with Hochland. They were 1 point away from joining the Empire, so I figured I would increase their relations enough to actually bring them up to 10 points so I could confederate with them and use the extra income to field more armies in the south. But little did I know, it turns out that ended up just being an absolute waste of imperial authority, as I found out the next turn over. Essentially, the single point that I needed was going to be given anyways due to the event. I really had no idea that it was going to come up, but it hurts to see it happen. Still, to actually get that point of authority over Hochland, I still needed to win the battle, and these are actually pretty hard fought on legendary difficulty. Thankfully, the army that the game provides you does have a unit of handgunners and Empire Knights, both of which can get a ton of value if you can actually protect them and keep them alive. So essentially all I had to do was fit in a few cycle charges, shoot some greenskins in the back, and I was basically good to go. The Black Orcs in particular were a little bit difficult to deal with, but after they were off the battlefield, the rest was pretty straightforward. Just a lot of cleanup, and after that, a victory for the Empire. Not a bad start for the campaign, but that was just the easy stuff. The Beastmen and the Lizardmen were still on my front doorstep, and they really needed to get pushed off of it. How to actually do that with a bunch of archers? Well, I knew how to take care of the Beastmen at the very least. Sad moves for them. It's just that the Lizardmen were a little bit scarier. They had a full stack of dinos, and Oh boy, yeah, that went about as well as you'd expect. Or maybe a little bit better, actually, since I did manage to kill quite a few Carnosaurs. Gelt with his Plague of Rust actually helped a lot there. It's also at this point I finally switched on my webcam and microphone, so that's enough post-commentary me for now. Let's jump into my real-time experience of the campaign. Okay, so surprisingly enough, that went decently well. Cool. Let's see, we lost a lot of our garrison, but Gelt made it out alive. We have a few more range units that can come into support in just a second. So I think we should be okay. Let's get a few more maybe crossbowmen, but the archers are actually pretty efficient and we don't have a ton of extra money. I've also decided I'm going to remove these defensive buildings since this section is fairly well defended anyways. We don't need to worry too much about anyone attacking from up north. Apparently the ruins are just ruins. Well, this is Enticity, my very own namesake, so we clearly have to defend that. We could throw down a guard house, but honestly we don't have too many enemies. If you look at everyone we're at war with. We're at war with Wizenland. Interesting. And but the only nearby wars are with the Warherd, the Beastmen, and the Lizardmen. So we don't really need to fortify too much. We can focus more on expansion, and we should be able to bring Hawkland into the fold in just a second. And that's going to be really nice. We have no wars over here. And we have a fairly defensible position too. It's just essentially a huge income boost once we confederate with them. Nice. The lizardmen have chosen not to attack Reichland. Pretty good. So in general, I think we should be able to finish our 15 turns and expand a tiny bit. This is fairly nice. The Beastmen have also moved up over here, so I'll need to remember to actually head up north to shut them down. Now let's see. Don't know what's up with Sterland or Tableclad. Talabcland. I guess I'll just... let's see. It really depends on who's bigger, and if one of them is expanding, I'll likely want to ally with the one that's expanding. That makes sense. Okay, so it's just a bunch of dinos we have to take out. We have a ton of range units and a lot of focus fire. Gelt is really helpful here too, and hey, look at that, we even got them to retreat. Pretty good. So hopefully we can hunt them down. Yeah, I do really want to shut down the Beastmen, but killing off this force of dinos is pretty important. I'm gonna lightning strike just to make sure that their leadership is a little bit lower, and then we should be good. Come on, Gelt. Not like this. Not like this, Gelt. Yeah, I think he's fine. I think he's fine. Not even close. There we go. Cool. Are we gonna hit army losses? I think we might. Okay, so we have lost most of our archers, but we can pull things back together. Just have to recruit more of them, and then we should be good to go. The lizardmen dinos too can't get replenished, so over time they will slowly die out. Then victory shall be ours. They did steal the Assault of Stone though. That is rough. Let's see. I really wanna take Itza by the time I hand it off to the next person. Oh, what is this? Oh my goodness, that's a lot of lizardmen. Well, that's unfortunate. And it's Gorok too. Oh my goodness. Alright. That's a little bit worrying. That's a lot of lizardmen. Oh man. But it should be fine. We can trade out cities. I think we'll be just fine. The main problem is that I won't be able to recruit my crossbowmen. That actually sucks a little bit more, but no problem. The beastmen are going further into my lands, but that's fine. And there we go. We finally get a confederation from Hawkland, I think, all the way up here. Look at this.
Yes, my lord. What's the quarry?
Oh my gosh, they have Hellstorm rocket batteries. All right. Oh my goodness, look at this. So we can actually use our global recruitment to get all of these guys on board. And then we can sort of just abandon this area and leave it mostly undefended. Since we're not at war with anyone else in the area, so I think that should be fine. Nolan might be a little bit of a problem, but yeah, that's not too bad. Maybe we can leave a token force here. This is pretty good. Oh man, we're gonna have a lot of money, and we're gonna put all of that into Lustria.
What does the Emperor bid?
Essentially. I sadly will have to get rid of that Hellstorm rocket battery, but it is, I think it is going to be worth it. Do we want cavalry? I guess not.
What?
There we go. Well, maybe yes. See, it's that or the barracks, and we already have a barracks down at Lustria, so let's keep the cavalry instead. We can get rid of this army, and there we go. We have way more money. Alright, and this guy is going to be hunting beastmen. Just send them straight up and see if we run into them. Hey, there we go. Auto resolve to kill them all off. Beautiful. Some more troops. We desperately need more troops, and maybe even some spearmen too. We could recruit them through global.
Superb huntsmanship.
Oh man, oh, I'm tempted to throw in some war wagons too. Could throw in some mortar war wagons. Oh man, but with the way the build is going currently, I feel like probably not. I do really want to get some heavy hitters though. We've reached tier 4, and actually these outriders with grenade launchers are gonna be the key to victory, even if they are extremely expensive. I think we should be able to take out Itza as soon as we get our main army set up. We just need a ton of archers essentially. Let's see, what's the worst thing that could happen? I guess it depends on how many armies Itza has.
Covering ground.
Alright, so like I said, we're gonna merge these armies. Get rid of this guy, we don't need him anymore.
Yes.
Now we have tons of money every turn. There we go. Let's see, where is that button? There we go. Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, so we need to defend this. There we go, and we're already 1/3 of the way through, 1 hour in, expecting like a 3-hour run, I guess. Oh boy, that looks bad.
Interesting.
Okay, and what's this? Ah, and war. All right, so suddenly things have taken a turn for the worse. We can use Gelt to kite them out. We'll be fine. First things first, though. Let's go ahead and get Gotrek and Felix. Can't really go wrong with that.
Well, now
Into the
I'm
wild.
hungry.
Wonderful. They can start recruiting an army of archers to help support Gelt. And yeah, they can get the Outriders, I think. This feels much better. And then in 5 turns, we'll be able to get there. Okay, so let's see. We can get some spears on Gotrek too. We'll hold off on that for now. Essentially, we're just waiting for them to attack. There's also a chance this dwarf army will attack the lizardmen. That's probably the best case scenario for us. Okay, the dwarves did move closer, but they didn't kill the lizardmen. That is unfortunate. Let's see. Alright, well, we're nearly out of prestige. Let's see, but I really don't want to go into any wars up there in the Empire, so we're just gonna prevent that war at the cost of all of our prestige. So I guess we just pass the turns. Yeah, I guess so. And then the Gotrek relief force will be here in a second. Then it'll be all fine. It'll be completely fine. Okay, so one more turn until we have our army. And then we're gonna march towards Itza. Hopefully get a siege going there. We have tons of archers here with Gotrek. We're still under siege, but it's gonna be a while before we surrender. And we still have a ton of supplies, which is basically all I really care about. Let's see, we could get some more money at New Astalia, as is the common theme. And even increase the tax rate here, because boy oh boy do we need armies. Alright, well, there we go. We just continue passing the turn and surviving. Should be good. Oh dear, that's a lot of lizardmen. That's a lot of lizardmen. Oh boy, look at this. Look at this. What's going on here? Alright, well, I guess Gelt is gonna have to carry. Come on, Gelt, you got this. Oh boy, oh boy. Why do we have to fight Temple Guard right now? Alright, Gelt. How many winds of magic do we have? 80, so we have 80 casts of Searing Doom. Gonna have to be the winning play, I guess. All those casts of Searing Doom. Gonna have to carry hard. Alright, this is gonna be quite the defense. But even if we lose this battle, we will be able to come out trading out a lot of the lizardmen forces. We'll be killing most of them here. And then after that, Gotrek's army can come in and hopefully win the day for us. At least that's the hope anyways. Just keep throwing down those Searing Dooms, I guess. And then we're gonna start retreating from the walls before things get too hairy over here. Let's send that in also. And then keep an eye on this gate. Don't want that gate to be breaking early. Pull back with our archers now to a safer position. And as for Gelt, he's gonna stick around to keep punishing all these lizardmen. The skinks are actually climbing the walls. Oh my goodness. Alright, but this is fine. And you know what? I think this blob over here, Gelt, could actually probably cause a lot of problems over there. So that could help us out. Some of our crossbowmen might actually get caught out here though. Let's see if we can get off the walls before the lizardmen come there. Let's see. There we go. Looks like most of the crossbowmen are gonna make it out. That's plus. Get the spears up in front. Gelt is gonna have to pull off some miracles because that's a lot of Temple Guard. Oh my goodness. Oh, nice. Some pretty good AoE. Let's see, I am lagging my game just a tiny bit, but we're doing okay. We are doing a-okay. Oh my gosh, it's so many Temple Guard. The overcast. Hopefully that does a little bit more damage. Alright. Our archers. They can start shooting at this blob over here. And then we'll have Gelt here to support too. Oh, all hope is not lost. We just need to trade extremely effectively here. So we'll start shooting at these guys. We put in our spears on the side so that we can shoot into the backs of the lizardmen. Let's see, we're going to throw down some Plague of Rusts too. Reduce their armor. That'll make them take a lot more damage at once. And then it's just killing off these Croxagores that are coming in on the side. Oh my goodness, this is going badly. But we have a lot of AoE. And if we can kill off the Croxagores, that will be definitely a big help. We have a ton of archers too, so that's a plus. We just need to really be holding these choke points as well as we can with our infantry. See, it's a lot of crossbowmen, that's for sure. And Gelt now can get in a ton of AoE up against the Saurus. We're doing decent damage against the Croxagores. We almost have another Plague of Rust that we can throw down. And we're gonna overcast this one so that we can really kill those Croxagores. We want them dead and out of here or they start causing too many issues. Some more Searing Doom sent over onto those Saurus warriors. To be able to kill quite a few models there. We've almost killed off the Croxagores. You know what? This isn't the worst. Even if we lose this battle, we're trading really well. Let's see, another Searing Doom. And we're going to turn some of our archers now to help in this fight in the center. It should work out fine. Let's see, all the lizardmen over here, we can start hitting them with some AoE as soon as we're done pushing this area. And it's mostly skirmishers too, so that's not the absolute worst. Let's see, there's a lot of Saurus here, a lot of horned ones. So another golden hounds over there should work out well. And you can get some routes that would be optimal, but it doesn't look like the lizardmen are going to be routing off anytime soon. Still though, we've killed a lot of Saurus. Let's see, what's really left for the lizardmen? Honestly, not a ton. We may win this battle yet. Especially given that Gelt is just hard carrying here. How many kills does he have? 100 something? It's pretty good. Let's see, another Searing Doom. Where can we throw that? Over here seems like a good idea. Alright, and that's the Saurus nearly taken care of, but there's still a ton of them. We can't really charge them in the back either because their leadership is way too high. But at least our archers will be able to continue getting value here. Throw down some more AoE. Let's see, there we go. Should be able to kill most of them. We have a Plague of Rust we can throw down too. I guess we'll hit the horned ones. And they're about to capture the point, but not without some pretty vicious losses at the very least. Still have archers here who are able to fire freely. Oh man, I wish I could replay this siege again, because I think it's actually pretty close to winnable if you cheese it out well enough. Nevertheless, this is good enough. Let's see. We're going to start overcasting here since I'm worried about not being able to use up all my winds of magic. And there we go. Let's see, they're pretty battered and bruised. A few more AoEs from Gelt. Hopefully we'll be able to carry out the day. Let's see, what's even left? There's a whole unit of tons of Saurus spears and Temple Guard in the back. I don't think there's a way to win this. We lost the battle, but at the very least, should be winning the war. Some of our troops are rallying too. That's very good. And it'll give us as much time as possible to cast all of our spells. That's very nice. Let's see. Let's throw it on the Plague of Rust. Jeez, I haven't even dealt with all these feral stegodons yet. That's quite something. Oh wait, more Searing Dooms. Let's see. Man, all these Saurus are so battered. They're at barely any HP left. I'm going to have to send Gelt in soon, just to try and get them to blob up here. And then that will probably end the battle as soon as Gelt dies. But he should be able to take out many of these Saurus warriors before he routes off. So that's a plus at the very least. We're trying to kill off all the really damage models too, since actually getting kills is what's important here. So there we go. That's the rest of my forces routing off. I think we might be able to get one more Searing Doom before Gelt routes off. And there we go, nice. Then that's Gelt, he's gone. But a valiant defeat. Oh boy. Well, with just our basic archers and crossbowmen, we managed to kill 1,000 lizardmen forces. Mostly Saurus too. That's not the worst. We'll be able to bounce back in a second with Gotrek diving in. And then we should be good to go. This feels, oh man, it's still a pretty rough loss, but we killed a lot of Saurus. That's what matters. Let's see, we killed off the Croxagors too, which are one of the harder units to deal with. Yeah. But darn, oh my gosh, they even raised the city. Jeez, that's brutal. Well, it means that they won't be getting their replenishment, so that's good. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see, Vlad in the meantime, he has gone on top of Itza. Oh my goodness, what is this campaign? Things are going rough. They're going quite rough. We'll probably have to recruit an army over here to shoo off Vlad. Otherwise, he might actually take that city. We want leadership against the vampire counts. We're already at war with Wizenland, so we'll keep building up relations with Middenland. And how big is Vlad's army? Can we actually win this battle? Actually, yeah, we could win this battle. Let's see, can we though? Oh man, there's a unit of Blood Knights. That's the thing that worries me. And if we lose it, we lose almost everything. But if we win it, well, we can wait for him to do the siege battle. We don't actually have to play that battle. Instead, we can probably recruit a force to come here and support. Yeah, let's get this guy. Level 6, he has some abilities. So we'll give him hold the line and start recruiting archers on them. Alright. So, can Gotrek actually kill off this force? Maybe. Oh my gosh! Vlad, he stopped my grenade launchers from getting recruited. Oh my goodness. Alright, well that's pretty rough. Let's see. Oh my gosh, that's actually pretty terrible. Alright. Alrighty. Well, still have to just move on. Let's bring up Gotrek now. And I guess start recruiting some armies here to actually shoo away the lizardmen who are just being so difficult to deal with. Let's see, how much AP do Free Company Militia have? 2. So they're about as good as archers. In fact, even they're a little bit worse than archers. But their melee stats are a tiny bit higher. I have the money. Let's go for some free company militia, why not? Oh, wait. And in the meantime, we'll see if Gotrek can actually win this fight here, but if he doesn't, well, things could be a little bit rough. You know what? We're gonna cancel this building and we're gonna start fortifying New Fort Seoul again. Let's see, as for Enticity, what do we want to do here? We could actually get some Pistoliers. It's not a terrible idea, and it would actually be really good against the lizardmen. Oh man, but I think the city might die before we can actually recruit Pistoliers, so just have to settle for this. Oi, boy. Oh boy, alright, here we go. So we're going to try to kite out the lizardmen with Gotrek. We need to do as much damage as we can and then retreat. That's going to be the goal. Oh boy. Oh man. We have a pretty nice deployment though to actually do that. Our forces are fairly mobile, but we don't have Gelt in this army. That's the rough part. Still though, we have a ton of archers. We have a lot of archers actually. Alright, let's set up a basic formation here. There we go. We want to position by this cliff face, so it's a little bit awkward for the lizardmen to get their forces here. Hopefully they split up a bit weirdly and engage at a bad angle. Have some spears here too that can do pretty well. Oh my gosh, the freaking summons, the feral cold one summons are just so annoying. They always ruin one of my units of archers. Alright, nice. It looks like some of their cavalry is overextending. This is good. This is a-okay. So let's start getting some shots in on them. Let's see. Yep, there we go. That's working fairly nicely. We're moving our spears to shield from those lizardmen. We use Gotrek and Felix to tank up front in the center too. And as long as they don't die, I think things are okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's give them some cover fire. Keep shooting at these guys. Have spears incoming. Gotrek took 1,000,000 damage. Jeez. Wasn't ready for that. Alright. Nice. Just using up that ammunition. Killing off some cavalry. It's going okay. Killed off a lot of those cold ones at the very least, but the double Bastiladon is going to be a little bit of an issue. They're going to go straight into my backline, I think. Gotrek too, it really depends on how well he takes this engagement. But at the very least, we can start shooting at these Temple Guard and hopefully getting in a lot of damage. Gotrek, in the meantime, I guess he'll be trying to kill off these big monsters, and Felix is gonna buff up Gotrek so that he doesn't die. And yeah, it's just hoping our archers can really pull through here. See how many kills they can actually get. They are not very good against Temple Guard, I gotta say. Let's see, armies coming in hot too. Getting flanked. Alright, Gotrek, you served well. But hopefully this is the fate you were looking for. We're gonna need to retreat. Yeah, we're gonna need to retreat real hard. See if we can split up some of our troops so that we can catch out a few of these horned ones and so on. Just one unit of horned ones. We can kill that one off at the very least. And maybe we have some kite potential here. But there's just so much lizardmen. Hopefully Gotrek heals though. If he does heal up, that would be pretty helpful. Let's see. Come on, go Trek, heal. Heal, darn you. Alright, you know what? We're gonna retreat. Alright, how much damage did we do? I feel like we didn't do too much damage. We killed some cavalry. That's about it. Honestly, the archer spam is not working especially well. Ooh. Oh, phooey. 67 kills. Or 73 kills. That is not a lot. That is not a lot. Alright, let's take a look. Oh my gosh, that's so many temple guard. Oh my gosh. We would have had outriders too if it wasn't for Vlad. Oh my gosh, and they settled New Reichland? Oh, not like this. Okay, we're gonna need more army to actually deal with this. We need armor piercing. These archers aren't gonna cut it. Alright, but first, to actually do that, we have to get rid of Vlad first. Oh boy. Alright, let's see. Boy. Oh geez, alright, well, it's gonna be chaos on the Empire side, because we don't have any prestige. That's pretty rough. We really need prestige. Okay. Full temple guard stack, eh? The best way of dealing with that. We have no global recruitment. I was relying on this on this to go well. Let's see. You know what? If we can win this battle, that will be our saving grace, I think. Let's see. Yeah, we need to win this battle and then allow some tier 4 recruitment because archers are not cutting it. Yeah, archers are not gonna be enough here. Ooh, oh man. Okay, alright, let's take stock of the battlefield. We gotta kill off these Vargeist as quickly as possible. And then snipe out Vlad with our handgunners. Essentially that's gonna be our play. So hopefully it goes okay. I'm a little bit skeptical though because things have been going bad this campaign, real bad. But yeah, if we can snipe out these Vargeist, then that'll be pretty good. Let's see here. Our front line should be able to hold against zombies. They are just zombies. So let's see. Oh man, the Blood Knights too. We'll need to find a way to deal with the Blood Knights. We have handgunners at the ready. A million halberds. We have our cavalry to dive in case all the flyers actually come in. Just gonna reform our ranks just a tiny bit. Move our lord into position and start killing some Blood Knights. This is actually pretty nice. We got them caught up on my halberds. Pretty good. We have more halberds that we can bring in to support too. And looks like the AI is throwing away some fell bats, so that's a plus. We won't have to worry about them shutting down my range units. Blood Knights are dying. Pretty good. Oh boy, but here we go. Infantry fight has gone underway. The Vargeist are just chilling in the back. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. And our front line, they're just gonna have to hold. Unfortunately, our captain is going to give leadership to make sure none of our guys actually rout. And then, yeah, I guess we start shooting at Vargeist now. We're landing onto my cavalry. Not the worst. And we can just start shooting them up, I guess. Yeah, nice. There we go. That's some pretty good damage. That's what I like to see. Front line is still holding out decently well. All right. My confidence is renewed. Let's start cycle charging these spearmen. And start killing off some blood knights again. Nice. Our spear is blocking. Their charge is helping out a ton. Nice. And we killed off the Vargeists. Pretty good. Blood knights are at half HP. And our front line still hasn't routed yet. Nice. Nice. We may have a chance yet. Let's see. So, oh man, what I would do for a burning head right now. That would be so good here. Oh man, if only Empire had casters for generals. That wasn't Gelt. Alright, nice. More blood knights coming in. We can turn and fire. Should be able to kill most of them. And then we're going to swap out some of our frontline troops since they're going to be getting pretty tired at this point. We don't want them to be dying. Let's see, as for the Blood Knights, they are nearly dead. That's a good sign. And there's only a few flyers left that are just sort of awkwardly dancing around. So, not too bad. And we should have taken this fight earlier if we were just gonna win it. Let's see. Nice. Blood Knights are nearly dead. Finish them off with our cavalry. And then, let's see. We have to worry about our actual ranged. We have to worry about running out of ammunition, actually, strangely enough. If we run out of ammo, then we lose because we can't kill Vlad. Oh my goodness. But it should be fine. Let's see. You know what? We're gonna see if we can try and bait Vlad out of this little pocket here. Because if we can get him to start chasing our general, then we could potentially get him to... we could potentially shoot him to death. So let's try that out. Let's see here. Our Empire captain, though, he has to be really careful not to die to Vlad. That would be really bad. But I think he should hold up just fine. Getting some terror routes on our front line, though. That's not good. That's not good. We definitely don't want these guys to be routing off. We do have some cavalry that are doing okay, though. How are the Fellbats doing? Fellbats are mucking up my front line. But we've taken out a lot of the Vampire Count's forces at the very least. We still have a lot of our ranged firepower. And we can use them to start shooting the skeleton spearmen probably. Or even this Vampire Lord. Vampire Caster. So let's turn and fire and see if we can kill her. These great swords will probably be holding for quite some time. So that's gonna be huge. Plus, the fact that we have handguns too is just amazing. Look at that damage. My goodness. Alright, cavalry. Pull out. Get into a safer position. And hopefully we can kill Manuel. Hey, nice, and we did that. It's pretty good. So let's start killing skeleton spearmen too. Our lord can move up and... Nice, it looks like things are stabilizing a tiny bit. We have our infantry back too. We just have to make sure we don't run out of ammo, essentially. And then we're good to go. Let's see, let's keep on cycle charging here, why don't we? And then we can start trying to figure out how to deal with Vlad. We're going to eventually have to leave enough ammunition for ourselves where we can actually kill him. And how much ammunition we actually need is a little bit... it's a little bit up in the air right now. I don't really know how many shots since this is campaign Vlad. And he can be quite tanky. Does he have a... Oh man, he has too many abilities to really look at right now. But we did pull him away from the front line, so we should be able to win that at the very least. See our cavalry. And keep on cycle charging in and out of the infantry. So that's pretty good. Let's see here. We can move our guns too to start shooting these guys in the back. That should get a lot of damage, but like I said earlier, we want to be really efficient with our ammunition. Otherwise, we can't kill off the big baddie over here. Our lord is not strong enough to actually kill him. So we'll see if we can handle that situation. For now, we're going to start shooting these skeleton spearmen in the back. We just want to kill off all the infantry first, and that'll make it a lot easier to kill off Vlad later in the game. Preferably getting these guys to crumble would be the best case scenario, but their leadership is pretty high. I don't know if we'll actually be able to get them to crumble. Let's see, we are doing a lot of damage though, and it looks like they might even crumble sooner than I thought, especially with this charge from the cavalry into the back. And the infantry over here is doing okay. This isn't bad. Just have to keep being really efficient with these Empire Knights. They've already gone 120 kills, but they need to do even more. Sadly enough, 120 is not enough. A big zombie summon too, but as long as these guys crumble, I'm feeling pretty confident. See, that's almost another unit of zombies done and dealt with. And it's almost to the end of the tide of the vampire counts. We'll put in a few more shots just to finish off the skeletons, and then it's basically just zombies left crumbling away, which are much easier to deal with. We still have a decent amount of ammunition too, so I think we'll be okay. Let's start routing off these guys along the side. And we really want our lord to not rout. That's actually pretty important. Pull him into a safer position. And then get another volley in on those skeleton warriors. We have a lot of our infantry rallying too, so that's pretty good. Our lord does make it out alive. I think we might have done it. It was pretty sketchy, but there we go. We got most of these guys to crumble away. It's just Vlad left. My goodness. It was a pretty dicey battle, but these gun units, though, were just absolute heroes. Oh my gosh, they did so good. Alright, Vlad. Sentence you to death by firing line. Let's see if we can actually kill him out here. Let's see, initial volley coming in. Oh man, that's not a lot of damage. How much missile resist does he have? He has 25 missile resist and 20% ward save, so he's taking about half damage. That's pretty scary, I gotta say, but it is Vlad. I think it's fitting for him to be an absolute beast here. But hopefully our guns will be able to take him out. He only has a few zombies left too to keep them alive, and we still have our cavalry, we still have our ammunition. I think we should be okay, but we'll see. Vlad is pretty scary. Optimally, we'd be pushing the vampire counts into army losses here, but I don't know if that's possible without getting a lot of damage onto Vlad first. So we're going to do a few maneuvers to try and get him easier to shoot. Just pulling our swordsmen away, but they get terror routed. Alright. Still though, all these zombies are now gone. It's just Vlad. Our Empire Captain is at fairly high HP, and we can start shooting him at point blank range. Let's see how that goes. Come on, gunners. Let's get some damage in. Let's see. There we go. That's a pretty nice volley. And hopefully another one can come in from these guys. It doesn't look like it. Gonna have to pull back and set up our formation again. Let's see if we can get a second volley down on top of him. Vlad is honestly just an absolute beast, but the single unit of handgunners with decent ammunition, they still have 8 shots left. They're gonna be heroes. They will be heroes of the Empire. We're just gonna leave our troops in the back here too to recover their stamina while we kill off Vlad. The hail of bullets. There we go, some nice point blank fire. Getting not a lot of damage in. Did he give himself his buff? I know Vlad can he can buff up his physical resist a lot. Or not physical resist, his ward save. And there we go. Now that that's actually worn off, he's actually beginning to take a lot of damage again. So we're going to send him up to fight against our lord. And then, oh geez, that's actually bad. He summoned some zombies. Okay. That's actually pretty scary, as it makes it much harder to actually dive in on top of him. But, yeah, we can recover here. Wow, he actually routed off my lord. Oh my gosh, what a beast. But he's heal capped now. And hopefully we have enough shots to actually finish him off here. It's a pretty nice volley. Going to need to set up another one though. We'll also have to kill off all these zombies. See, our crossbowmen are available too, but I don't think they can really hit Vlad right now. He is having a little bit of a hard time actually engaging my handgunner, so maybe we can get a solid firing line going. Come on, shoot him! Hey, that's not bad. We got him down to about a third HP. We still have 5 volleys left. He is killing a lot of my handguns though, and with each unit that dies, that's a little bit less damage that we can actually put down on top of him. But here we go. We're setting up for our second volley. Even gonna shoot him with some crossbows since we're at fairly close range. Let's see here if they would fire. Come on, crossbowmen. Help out your handgunners. Oh my gosh, these crossbowmen. They're barely firing. Alright, we need to get some cavalry in here. Alright, there we go. So we've surrounded Vlad. Our handgunners are now safe. They're going to position directly behind him. There's no infantry over here, so line of sight shouldn't be an issue. And then we can gun him down. He will rout off a few of my troops here, but that should be fine. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. And now pull back with the troops, turn and fire, and hopefully get some shots in. There we go. And nice. Nice, that's a really good volley. Oh my goodness. That was a really good volley. Nice. So Vlad's nearly dead. We even have some crossbowmen that we can fire in onto him with. Nice, another big volley from the handgunners. What absolute heroes. Oh my gosh. We did it. We got him to crumbling. This is gonna be it. We're gonna free up the city. And then we can start recruiting some tier 4 units. Oh my gosh. Nice victory in our grasp. Army loss is sick. Yes, we did it. Oh my gosh. We did it. Whew, alright. Alright, well, it was pretty scary. Vlad was an absolute beast, but he could not face up against the might of our handgunners. They got like 3 chevrons from that battle, just shooting at the backs of skeletons for the whole battle. We killed off his Blood Knights, we killed off his Vargeists. That went basically as well as we could have hoped. Oh my goodness. Jeez, that's a relief. We even made a little bit of money off of that too. Okay, nice. So, nice. Now, we can start recruiting some troops over here with this army. Just trying to get as optimal as possible with it. We're gonna recruit some handgunners over here. We saw how useful they were. As for over here, probably going to want to recruit some handgunners too. They are, geez, really expensive, but once they actually arrive, they're gonna help a lot against the Temple Guard. But this army, I don't think is the army we want to be recruiting handgunners, but you know, maybe instead they can start raiding the raiding some lizardmen settlements. That feels like a good idea. We can make some pretty nice profit just by raiding some cities, and hopefully it will reduce the army size a tiny bit, because this is honestly just massive and we cannot deal with it. Thankfully they can't besiege the settlement either, so we will be able to get some garrison units there. So that should be good. Let's merge our archers together. Get some handguns and yeah, keep making some more money because we need an army. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we need as much of an army as we can throw together as possible if we want to kill off all these temple guard. But in general, I think we did pretty good, especially the fact that we killed off Vlad with just the garrison. That's really good. And as long as he doesn't block it up for a second time, then we're good to go. We're good to go. Ooh, oh man. Should be able to stabilize soon enough. Nice, and there we go. We got Vlad on the run. We did it. Oh my gosh, we did it. Oh, and a non-aggression pact, please. I need fewer wars. Oh my gosh. Oh man, okay. Only a few more turns to go. And then we're good. We need more money. Screw the leadership. Alright, so we're gonna move this guy to Itza. With the combination of his handguns and archers, basically nobody can actually besiege that. In fact, we might even want to use this army to attack the vampire counts. Since they still need to recruit their troops, so it's actually a pretty nice situation. Let's see here. We will be taking a bit of attrition though. Yes. But if we can kill off some of the settlements, we could make a quick buck doing that. I'm willing to risk that army to try and do that. Meanwhile, the more lizardmen forces are coming up, but we're gonna hit them in the back. Yes. As long as they don't have an army here, and they might not, then we should be good to go. But fingers crossed. Here we go. Hey, no army. Next turn we're gonna be making some profit. That's gonna be good. Alright, speaking of profit, what are we gonna research? I guess let's use the Engineers Guild. That way we'll speed up research for the next guy that will be picking up this mess. Let's see. Yeah, and then we should be good. This army can beat this one, since we do have the garrison forces to support. Some pistoliers, a ton of crossbowmen, that's exactly what we need. Gelt, too, will hopefully be coming back in just a second. Coming back next turn, so we'll be able to pull things back together, I think. And then hopefully restabilize here. We've killed off a lot of armies, so I'm feeling okay. And there we go. It's coming in hot. If we lose this battle, that would be bad. Let's see, but we have a lot of crossbows. Oh man, I just really wish I had Gelt, although because we can't debuff. Can't debuff their armor. Our archers can't actually, they can't kill anything. Oh man. Alright, but we have a bunch of crossbowmen, and I think that's all we really need here. We just have to use our guns effectively. So basically just that. Let's see. Might even want to corner camp them here. We'll see. Let's see. I think our skirmishers are gonna try killing out the lord, the lizardman lord, to start off with, and then all of our range units. Let's see. Our archers definitely need to be a little bit more in the front so they can actually So they can actually stall things out just a tiny bit. They don't do a lot of damage anyway, so they're really just here to tank. Here we go. This seems like a nice formation. And then in the center, we're going to put in our crossbowmen who will actually be doing the damage. So we'll use these guys to focus fire the big dinos, and then use our archers just to hold the front line. We have spears too at the ready, hold as long as they can, and some swordsmen that we're going to use to reveal the backs of the lizardmen. This general too should be able to hopefully snipe out some dinos, so let's see how that goes. Alright, so starting off, we're going to fire in on this feral Bastillodon. I forgot there's some horned ones that we need to kill off too. We'll just turn on skirmish mode and just kite them away. Come on, skirmish mode. You don't have to be that afraid of running away. There we go. So hopefully we can kill off most of this cavalry to start out. Felix can stall any temple guard too that tried to bust in through the center. Then we should be good. Let's also get guard mode on everything so they're not so my formation doesn't get ruined here. And then we should be fine, but there's a lot of temple guard. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of temple guard. Alright, but nice. We chased off some horned ones. And we're not going to focus fire the Bastillodons. It's not really worth it trying to kill them right now. It's much more important that we kill everything else first. So that will be the plan. Felix, can he buff himself? He can't. Oh my gosh, that's rough. Alright. We do have crossbowmen though. They do have decent armor piercing damage, so they can actually hopefully kill off one of these Bastillodons to start off with. The temple guard will mostly just have to ignore for now though. There's not a lot we can really do about them other than just stall them out with our archers. Nice, we're doing okay work against the Bastillodons, but it's nothing crazy. Still the temple guard that really worry me. The Saur spears are going to be a little bit of an issue too. But we've almost taken down one Bastillodon. That's good. Oh man, what do I do for those handguns right now? But they came just a turn too late. It's fine though, it's fine. Bastillodon is getting rather low. Should be dead in just a moment. And then we have to try and deal with these horned ones. There we go, Bastillodon is down. That's a big plus. If we can pick off some temple guard, that would help out a lot too. We also really want to finish off the cavalry, since if we finish them off, there won't be any replenishment for the lizardmen. And then we don't have to worry about cavalry anymore, which is definitely a huge plus, but we're going to be losing a lot of our troops here. It's just, yeah, we're just going to have to accept it. Not much that we can really do about it. So, let's just times 4 it. We probably won't be able to get too many kills here since the Temple Guard are so tanky. And then we can try and recover the situation afterwards. Oh man, that's rough. That is real rough. There we go. That's the loss of the Gotrek army. Oh man, I was not expecting Temple Guard, I gotta say. I only wish that I had killed more of them in that siege battle with Gelt. Let's see, but we killed 200 of them and a Bastillodon. So we're slowly whittling away at their army. Slowly but surely. Alright. Alright, well, I don't think we'll be able to get kills here, but hopefully auto-resolve will. Hey, good job, auto-resolve. Killing off those cavalry units. Okay. Cool. Things are going okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no, what happened? Vlad coming back with a vengeance. Okay. Alright. This time we don't have a front line and we can't retreat either. So the plan is essentially to kill as much as we can with the handguns. And then start recruiting another army. Oh my gosh, we're losing armies left and right. Oh man. But I think we should still be able to recover from this situation. Let's see. Let's line up our handguns, and we wanna kill off the Blood Knights. Blood Knights are of the highest priority to finish off. After that, it's going to be the heroes that we want to kill. Let's see. What the? This guy has a weird looking banner. Anyways, let's kill off some Blood Knights. Focus fire them down. Vargeists too. Really don't want those guys around. And oh man, it's really bad that we don't have a front line here, but I think we should still be fine. The caster, hopefully we can kill her again. Nice and pretty good damage, but she is dodging. Let's see, you know what? We're gonna send in our captain to try and kill her. That might actually work out okay. Okay, you know what? She's retreating, so we're going to pull back away from that. Let's see, we're going to move most of our ranged forces over here to the flank. See if they can do well, and hopefully we'll be able to kill off most of these Vargeists, or they stop too many of my ranged troops. There we go, that works out fairly nicely, but now we have Blood Knights that we have to kill. And that's going to be probably the biggest problem. Unless we actually kill all of them on the charge here, and it doesn't look like that's the case. Yeah, we're going to be getting overwhelmed just a tiny bit. Oh dear. Oh dear. Vlad coming in too. But this mission was bound to lose anyways. We should be able to finish him off, no problem. Let's see, yeah, there we go. They're charging into my lord. And nice. We have a nice little kill box here with our ranged troops. So hopefully we'll be able to finish these guys off and they won't be coming back. At least that's the hope. Since the Blood Knights are really the biggest problem here. Everything else is just skeletons. Skeletons aren't especially scary. So nice. We're going to sub out our archers for the handguns so that our more expensive handguns can actually get their shots off against the lords of the counts. And over on this side, you can run away from some zombies, no problem, and we'll try and snipe out the fell bats. Gonna be the goal. Handguns are going to try killing off that hero. He's real low now, so I think we should be able to actually kill her off. We'll have to see though. These skeleton warriors too are surprisingly fast, and they're catching a lot of my troops. I think we should be able to disengage, but man, this big army in the distance, there's not much we can do about that aside from trying to get as much damage as possible. So let's just pull back, speed up the timer a little bit, and then try and get this kill. That's basically all I want. After she's dead, then that's the Blood Knights gone, the Vargeists, and the Fell Bats. There we go, she's gone. We killed the hero. Everything else isn't very important to take out, so guess we'll just stand our ground and kill what we can before ending off the battle. Oh hey, there's oh, we might be able to kill off Isabella too. So let's see if we can shoot her to death. Let's see, she's taking some damage. Pretty good. Let's see, can our handgunners finish her off? Let's see. She's really low, and if we kill her off, then that means she won't be able to give her buffs to Vlad if they do decide to attack my settlement in the future. Come on, hold Empire troops, yes. Yes, come on, kill little Isabella. Oh man, she's so low. If we can get our captain to get a charge attack on her, that would probably do it. It's crumbling too. Oh, come on, Empire Captain, don't rout. Yes, he's back. Oh man, okay. Here we go, hero moment. Oh man, come on. Come on, we just have to not hit army losses. Yes. Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness. He just needs to land a hit. You'll be remembered as a hero. Come on. Yes. Yes, good job, good job. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Well, that's a plus. I can be happy with that. We took out a lot of key targets there. And as long as they're actually permanently dead, that'll be good. But vampire counts units can sometimes be a bit hard to finish off. Oh man. Oh man, what a fight. Okay, we didn't finish off the hero, but we killed off the Vargeists, and I think we might have killed off Isabella. So, not the best, but we killed off a good chunk of them. I can live with that. Oh man. It's rough though. It's real rough. The problem is that Vlad is going to siege the settlement again, and then we can't recruit. Then we can't recruit units. So yeah, we'll need to try and figure out a way to deal with that. We can get Gelt in over here though, and he'll be able to hold New Estalia no problem. Let's see, there's no big garrison there to actually help us out, but we have a bunch of regiments of renown that we can recruit. We can get some handguns, some spears just to hold the line for the handguns, and finally a brief moment of respite if we can take over this settlement. That's some pretty bad balance of power though. But I think we should be able to win this despite that. It's yeah, as long as we use our lord to tank, we should be fine. The Free Company militia do decent enough damage. So we'll have to see. Oh my gosh, if this army can't win against the lizardmen here, that'd be pretty rough. Now that I'm actually looking at the armies, we might not be able to, but we'll see. I think our lord should be able to tank pretty well, and oh, he's mounted too. That's really good. That's basically our only hope here. The fact that he can cycle charge, and the fact that he can dodge most of these shots too. So nice. We're just going to try and kill off these Cold One Spear Riders. We use our lord to tank against them, and then we're gonna start kiting away from the Saurus warriors. Nice, some pretty good damage so far. Gonna have to run with some of our Free Company militia though. Saurus warriors are getting close. And nice. Okay, let the kiting commence. Gonna split up our Free Company militia, then use our archers to see if they can get some damage in over here. In fact, you know what? Our archers need to be shooting these Cold One Spear Riders instead, since they are actually causing a few issues here. Nice. So that's the mobility of the lizardmen down. Now we just have to kill off these Saurus warriors, which is going to be a little bit of a journey. But you know, it's about the journey, not the destination. Let's hope you guys are ready. This is gonna be a while. You're lucky I'm editing this on YouTube. Otherwise, this would be taking forever. Oh, nice. We can get these guys to actually skirmish mode away. And it's just gonna be a lot of crossfire on these Saurus warriors while we make these chameleon skinks dance for us. That's pretty good. Ooh, yeah, that's really good. Look at that damage. Oh my gosh, Free Company militia dominating. Nice. Let's keep that up. And then in the end, we just have to focus fire the Lord with the Free Company, and we're good to go. Nice. Alright, so the Source Warriors, they're actually, we can use our Free Company Militia to hold the line over here. And then we can shoot the Source Warriors in the back with our excess Free Company Militia units. Should work out pretty well. Gonna split up our archers again. And then that should work out fairly well against the Source Warriors. Nope, not withdraw. We want them to be on skirmish mode. That they can actually fire into these guys. Free Company Militia are going to advance so that they have better line of fire onto these Source Warriors. And then as soon as they rout, then we're good to go. Once they rout, we are in business. So we just got to get that to happen as soon as possible. But man, campaign lizardmen leadership is insane. There we go, we do get them to rout though. We are able to focus fire these Source Warriors too. So all in all, pretty good. Pretty good. It's just a couple of skinks left then, right? Yeah, it's just a few skinks. That's no problem at all. So nice, we'll get some crossfire over here. Really punish these skinks, give them a bad time. Oh my gosh, look at that crossfire, absolutely amazing. And as for the Lord, I guess we'll kill him with archers. Seems like the best option here. Let's see, we have our Lord coming in too, and is this a skink? No, it's a Saurus, but he's taking a surprising amount of damage from archers. Nice. And our crossfire worked over there. Little kill box working out fairly well. I think we might be able to just barely pull this one out. So much effort for so little gains, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. Nice, we routed off the Lord. Hey, would you look at that? Easy fight. Easy fight. Boy. Nice. Alright, well, we'll be using this hit squad to farm up a little bit of money. 'Cause, man, we need money. Oh my goodness. We're gonna sack the settlement and hopefully occupy it too. We want to be distracting the lizardmen as much as possible. Splitting up their armies and reducing their income. Oh yes, look at that. 4,000 gold. Totally worth it. How much income does this guy cost? More than 4,000, but it's fine. Go ahead and occupy this bad boy now. And nice. Might even be able to take Oixel. Pretty good. Now that we've captured some new territory, we can rename it too. Let's see here. Ren. That. There we go. Some new territory for the Empire. Good stuff, good stuff. Meanwhile, Gelt will be able to take on this army fairly well. This army's really battered. Great. Oh my goodness. Yo, if we can take Oixel, that'll be the perfect way to actually end it off. Let's see. Meanwhile, Gelt, he's doing fine. Then on the far side of the world, we'll eventually have to make an army here to make sure that Gelt can actually recruit those handgunners. I want to recruit a Lord here. We have a lot of money. I'm thinking we're gonna recruit a Lord. Gonna be temporary. Oh man, I'm not sure. I'd rather save up money to get the garrison better, actually. That seems like a much better option. Okay. Alright, unassigned skill point. We leveled up. This guy, nice. Give him... Yeah, let's get some missile damage on some of these troops so that we can take this city. It's not a lot of troops, so we should actually be able to take it. Oh boy, I'm feeling more confident by the second. More confident by the second. We're gonna lose another settlement. That's a-okay. This is good. This is fine. Fine. Oh man, we're just yeah, we're playing real hard on that skirmish game, just kiting back the lizardmen into the darkness. Gelt too, now that Gelt is back, that's a really good situation for us. We'll be able to really help out with his magic spam. Ooh, we might be able to confederate Averland. I do like that. Do like that a lot. We'll have to fight. We'll have to fight a battle against Norska, but we can win this. What's this? Some marauders, some skin wolves. We have a unit of handguns. We got it, boys. We got it. Easy fight. Easy fight. Handguns, of course, are one of the best units in campaign, just because they're a range unit. They have AP, so they can do damage against basically everything. It's a real good situation to be in. We're deploying on the backside of the Norskans. Alright, I've done this type of battle before, and it can actually be a little bit dicey. So we're gonna play a little bit careful here. Alright, let's group up our cavalry. And then let's see, I guess just position over here. Let's see, we'll pull away from this force of infantry, and then bring in our cavalry to start pushing back these marauder hunters. We did manage to pull aggro on all the skin wolves, which is pretty good, but this Empire force might lose anyways, just because the AI isn't especially great. So we'll see how that goes. We will be able to get some counter charges on the skin wolves, which is very good. And if we can get them to rout, of course, that is the optimal situation for us. Marauder hunters, we'll just feint some charges into them and then charge the skin wolves instead. Looks like they're going to take that charge in full, so that's actually pretty good. And then it's just chasing off skin wolves from here. What are these guys? Just marauders. Nice. I'd be more worried about marauder champions, so it's very good that we don't have to face off against them. Our handgunners, we need to kill off some skin wolves. Let's see. Sorry, just had to do something real quick. Alright, yeah. So we're gonna turn our handguns, kill off these skin wolves, lose a few of our infantry troops. That's okay. And as soon as the skin wolves are gone, we should be fine. This infantry over here is gonna be a bit of a problem. We'll see how that fight goes. As long as we have cavalry, though, we should be able to kill off any number of infantry on the Norskan side. Just because we have that cycle charging power and the handguns too. That's basically all we need. As long as we don't lose all of our cavalry, though, and it's looking like we might actually. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen. To move our handgunners into a little bit of a better position against the skin wolves. Hopefully get some more shots off. Oh, nice. Look at that. The AI with that sick gun line. That's actually pretty good. But if we can't kill off the skin wolves, then that's going to be game. So we're going to keep trying to kill them. We haven't managed to get them to rout, so I think we might have just lost this battle. Oh man, that's rough. That's rough. But this battle's a hard one. You can't win them all. Let's see. Is there a way we can salvage things without our handgunners? Let's see. I don't know if we can salvage it. I guess we can protect these crossbowmen and hope that goes well. And then abandon everything else. It feels like that might work out okay. Like, look at that. The AI killed off their respective force, so that's pretty good. Can chase them off with our cavalry to help out. And then and the skin wolves are pretty beat up, so maybe the crossbowmen will be able to win out the day too. He killed off the lord also of the Norskan army. We can chase him off with our cavalry too. Alright, I think the AI might have just pulled off a miracle here, guys. And with our cavalry, we can handle the cleanup. And hopefully that leads to a victory here. We only have a few Empire Knights left, though. But we're going to be using them to the best of their potential. Just chasing off those key targets. Nice. And that's Dead Lord. That's a big plus. It's going to come down to these crossbowmen. We're going to defend them with our lives. Because, oh boy, do we need those crossbowmen to do well. And they're not even firing on the skin wolves, but we can still run some distraction strategies. Just pulling away with our Empire Knights to make sure that they can't... the skin wolves can't jump these crossbowmen. But here's the problem. The crossbowmen are actually almost out of ammo. That's really bad. But the Lord is still alive? I'm not sure. This could honestly still go either way. But I think Norska definitely has the advantage here. Let's see. The Skin Wolves, they might... It depends on how well they face up against Gustav here. If he manages to kill off all the Skin Wolves, then I think we might have won it. If he doesn't, then that's probably a loss. So here we go. Let's take a look. Gustav against Skin Wolves. He dies immediately. Absolute coward, but it's fine. Fine. We didn't need to confederate anyways. And actually, now that I think about it, we probably actually didn't really need to confederate, so that's not the absolute worst situation. Let's see, can we write off these Marauder Hunters? That might actually help out, okay. You know, despite things going fairly badly, we're actually still doing okay here. Let's see. Oh no, army losses? Nah. We totally could have won that if we played better. Oh man, look at how close that was. That was very unfortunate, but it's fine, it's fine. We did lose 2,000 gold to do that though, but what can you do? Boy. Ooh, phooey. Malek. Absolute beast here. Alright, and... oh man, he raised the settlement. Rip Ostermark. Oh my goodness. Alright, Gelt, how are you doing? One more turn until handguns? Perfect. How about this guy? Can we siege Oxel with just this army? Guess we're gonna have to try to. Nice. There's no garrison here to support. Can build a battering ram and hopefully take the city for ourselves at the start of by turn 45. That's when we're going to reclaim most of this land. Then things should be okay. Let's see. This city is going to fall to Skaven, sadly enough.
Never wrong.
Well, right. But that's fine. That's fine. Let's see. Settlement upgrade available. Let's see. We could upgrade the golden Gelt, but we might just need more money for armies in a second. How about up here? We still need to get that. Still need to upgrade this the walls at Itza. So I guess we're just saving money essentially. And yeah, just moving on to the final turn for us to play out. It's been a long journey. And oh wow, they're actually sallying out. That's probably one of the worst things that could have happened. Because there's 2 Kroxigors and a Saurus Scar Veteran. Ugh, God, okay, well if we win this, then we're absolute heroes. If we win this, we capture a city from Itza. And it's a pretty nice map for it too. So you know what? I'm gonna cheese it. I'm gonna cheese this battle really hard. We lost some territory to Itza, and we're gonna hand it off to the next guy in just a second. So you know, I'm just gonna cheese it because I want them to have a better starting position. So here is how you do the cheese. Take your lord, take your mobility, you bring them on over to the far side of the map. Make sure that they are still visible throughout. And there we go. Then we're going to take a single unit of archers, and then we're going to pull them out into visibility. Should aggro most of the lizardmen forces, but it actually aggroes all of them. So we're gonna sneak back into the trees now to get that guy invisible so that some of them can re-aggro on my lord. And then once we single them out well enough, we can use our archers to focus fire down the key targets. Specifically the Croxagores though, since the Croxagores are so threatening. They have so much armor that I'm a bit worried we won't be able to kill them. The Free Company too. Yeah, they don't have a lot of armor piercing damage, so we'll really have to put in some work to make sure that these guys don't overrun me. So let's see how this cheese goes. We want to be aggroing a lot of them with our lord, and just having a single unit going for my Free Company militia. So it looks like we might be getting that to work. Okay. Let's see. The skinks are shooting at my lord. If we hide these crossbowmen again, hopefully we can split up the Saurus ears. It's gonna be the hope. In the meantime, we'll be wasting some javelin shots over here. And oh my gosh, these Saurus are so hard to split up. Oh, we're actually gonna run out of time in a second too. Interesting, I didn't realize there was a timer. Let's see. Okay, let's pull back our lord. Let's move in with the archers again. Ooh, all right. Alternatively, we have another strategy that we could try and pull out. If we can just pick off some of these guys. You know, we could actually make the battle end in a draw if we wait out the full 35 minutes. It's pretty cheesy, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Just because I really want to capture this city. I really want. You know what? It's really cheesy. We're gonna do something else. We're gonna try and we're actually gonna try and get some kills here. You know, I don't want to just end this on a draw. That's very anticlimactic. We're going to set up our ranged gun line here. We're gonna use our lord to try and slow them down as much as possible, and then yeah, then we're just gonna send in some volleys and try and kill off some Saurus warriors. If we can get these guys to trickle in as much as possible, that's going to be the key to victory here. So actually slowing down their advance will be super important. We can push back those skinks at the very least. And next up is actually focus firing these Croxagores. But looks like that actually works out fairly well. We do actually get the Croxagores to pull away from the engagement, which lets our archers get in huge volleys on. Our lord is able to escape. Hey, I think the cheese is actually working. Bridge cheese. Yes. Just look at that. We routed off one of the units of Saurus. And if we can get the other to rout off, that'll be pretty good. Look at that. Look at those archers putting in the work. Tons of damage over there. And then as soon as these guys rout, the next unit to kill are the Croxagores. And that worries me a tiny bit because they're getting really close. But we have so many range units. They'll only really be able to engage 2 of my Free Company militia. And the rest of my guys can fire away freely. So we'll just we'll see how much damage we can actually do here on the initial charge of the Croxagores. It looks like pretty nice damage, all things considered. So that's not bad. that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Kroxigor is getting killed by archers. Marcus would be proud. Nice. Okay, so sick. Killed off one of the Kroxigors. Now we just have to kill off the other one. And to do that, we're going to pull away with our ranged troops. And then just start kiting them out. Have 30 minutes to do so. It is honestly more than enough time. We have so many ranged troops here that they can't really chase everything. And from there, we just have to split up. And then any troops that aren't getting chased can fire away freely. The Lord here too is just a skink, I think, so that's not especially important. Nice, the Kroxigors are now in the second kill box. Turn guns and fire in onto them. There we go. Should be going down rather quickly. And they chase off one of my archers, but that doesn't matter because I just killed off a second unit of Kroxigors. Oh my gosh, the comeback. The comeback is real. Yes! Alright, that's wonderful. We want to kill off all their models so we can actually take over the city afterwards. And I guess the next thing to kill off are these skinks. So we'll bring in our Lord to help assist in the situation. And just start using our ranged firepower to take them out. Should work out pretty well, as we still have so many archers online actually. We can even position our Free Company militia to fire in onto them better. And then we should expect them to start routing off in just a second. Victory is in our grasp. Nice. So it's just focus fire at this point. Here we go. Nearly routing off. And then we have to chase off as many of them as possible. And also kill off the enemy Lord if we can. Let's see. There we go. That last volley should do it. And now it's just killing off this Lord. Send in another volley. Scoot up a tiny bit. Send in another volley. And nice, look at that. Extremely low on HP. So that means that the settlement battle should be really straightforward now. Sick. Oh my goodness. This is looking okay. This is looking... It's not the end of the world. Just a little bit of a spicy situation. Oh man. Alright, look at that. 2 Kroxigors killed off by a couple archers. Amazing. Alright. We don't really need the replenishment, so I'm just going to pick the money instead. And then we're going to take this settlement. We're going to reclaim this province. Then when we end the turn, we'll be passing it off to the next player to pick up the run. It's going to be Skavenblight, and I expect they should be having they should have a pretty fun time with this. Hopefully they can finish off its stuff for me. Oh hey, would you look at that? We can confederate Averland to, you know what? Let's do it. Let's confederate. So this does bring our imperial authority down. And they have no settlements. Okay, well. This will be a fun situation. Wow, look at this settlement. There's nothing here. Might have been one of the worst ideas ever, but could still be fun. Let's see.
Tools of judgment ready. My spyglass is of use.
And
True servant of Sigmar.
we're gonna have to start reinforcing this. We're gonna throw down some walls over there, and just securing that city. It's can hold. The tier 1 settlement is enough in this situation. And yeah, let's close it out. Let's see. We'll upgrade our missile troops. Take over Oxel. We can auto-resolve this. There we go. And occupy it normally. There we go. The attack back on. It's working out fairly well. We've almost hit the coast. And Gelt, with his newfound handguns, can take back Fort Sol for us. It will be a pretty rough battle considering that there's a lot of lizardmen there. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of lizardmen. But what a way to end it off, right? If we can win this battle with Gelt, then we've expanded some territory, and we've also we've expanded some territory, and we've also reclaimed what was lost. So pretty nice. Pretty nice, but a lot of hard-fought battles. Jeez, just... oh my goodness. And this one's gonna be rough too. We're gonna have to do some pretty crazy cheese with Gelt. Because otherwise we'll probably just get shot, or we'll get overrun by the temple guard. So it's gonna come down to Gelt and how well he can cheese it out, sadly. Oh my gosh, yes. We would definitely have gone overrun by lizardmen if we chose not to cheese it. So let's see. They're beelining it straight to my ranged troops. So we'll see if we can prevent that from happening by landing Gelt into this unit of skink cohorts. Hopefully it slows down the lizardmen, and then from there we should be good. If it just we just need to slow them down and make it so that they don't actually reveal all my hidden troops. In the meantime, Gelt is going to be spamming spells onto all of these troops, trying not to get surrounded by Blessed Cold One Knights, because if he does, he is going to die. And it looks like that might be happening, but he should be able to escape here. Throw down some more AoE. And if he does almost rout, we have the Potion of Foolhardiness too. That should work. And there we go. The AoE working out fairly well. Gelt, run for your life. Yes, he makes it out alive. Good job, Gelt. And nice. So we stopped them from revealing my troops. We should be able to tip the fight in our favor. And then from there, we should be able to take the city back. Woo, oh my goodness, that was pretty scary, but Gelt cheese is the ultimate cheese. Let's see if we can... oh, it looks like the AI is on search mode right now. They're looking for my hidden army, but landing Gelt did help a lot for screwing over their beeline towards my forces. We should be able to hurt these... should be able to hurt the Temple Guard a lot before the actual main engagement goes down. Whew, oh my goodness. We will have to cheese it a lot though. This is a very difficult campaign, and I think without a little bit of cheese, things could have gone quite badly. We would have had to reset a few times for sure. Oh man. You also have to be aware we have limited winds of magic, and if the timer runs down, I think that actually counts as a loss for us. So eventually we'll have to come out of the forest to face some head on. Let's see, let's just get a few more AoEs going. And ooh, nice, that's a really nice blob. Oh my gosh, that's a really nice blob. Jeez, that's a lot of lizardmen. There we go. A few more hounds, a few more pure searing dooms, and then we're good. Ooh, all right, nice. Man, this lizardman army is really battered down now. Let's see, we're gonna move Gelt over onto this side just to see if we can get them to clump up again. Let's see here, like so. Come on, yes. Oh baby. Oh baby, here we go. Just a little bit more clumping up. You know what? I think this is good enough. And another big searing doom right here. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's good. Alright. Once again, let's spin around with Gelt a bit. Get them to clump up. Cast another searing doom. Gelt is slowly getting picked off by the skink chief, but that should be fine. And the fact that the lizardmen are so beat up now means that we can probably win the main fight. So I guess we'll bring our troops out into the open, and then take the fight against the lizardmen. Gonna be the goal. Bring on Gelt over here, see if we can distract a few of them, and start the fight. Now, first order of priority: kill off the cavalry. We have some spears at the ready to ensure we can do that. And let's see here. Could throw down some searing doom also to really ensure that happens. Stegodon, we're going to focus that down with our guns. And then the Saurus, we can hold them off with our front line. We have a lot of armor debuffs to make our infantry actually win that fight. And then more searing doom to kill them off. Looks like those big monsters should be going down in a second. Golden hounds over here help out off that infantry. And it looks like things are going okay, as long as we don't get a mass rout on my infantry. The more AoE, we're routing off many of the lizardmen forces now. And if we can actually snipe out the Lord, that would be really good. So that's going to be the goal. Gelt could try and to rout off these Saurus warriors by charging them in the back too. So I might try that out. A little bit of an awkward landing. Looks like we won't be able to rout them off, but that's okay. We're just going to throw down a few more spells and try and snipe out the Lord. If we can actually kill off this Croxigore Ancient, that would put us in a really nice situation. Let's give him some armor debuffs. And there we go, he's dead. But... oh man, things are glitching out hard. My sound is like really glitching out. Okay, so yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's happening here, but the sound in the game is super delayed. But we'll keep trudging through it, despite how strange it sounds. Try and pull back our ranged troops and just rout off the lizardmen Saurus warriors, charging them in the back with Gelt. There we go, we rout them off. And our ranged troops are now safe. We have infinite golden hounds and searing dooms that we can throw down. We'll keep doing that. And let's see, this feral Bastillodon. I guess we'll ignore it for now and just shoot the Temple Guard. And we'll bring in Gelt to slow them down. The more searing doom to rout off these guys. The Temple Guard should be done with in just a second. We have a lot of firepower on top of them. And Gelt is fairly tanky. He should be able to survive that situation. So there we go. The Temple Guard are taking tons of damage. We'll throw down yet another Searing Doom just to finish the job. And we want to rout off some of these Saurus warriors now. At least as many as we can. They're at pretty low leadership. Nice, we get them to rout. Now we have to finish off this unit of Saurus warriors. And then I think we might have done it. We did have to cheese a good deal, but if we didn't, you saw how close the battle was. We would have lost very hard. So things working out just fine. A few more spells to go down on the Saurus. Then our wonderfully new recruited handguns can finish the job. Nice, and we can finally put all these big dinos to rest. Feral Bastillodon gonna get focus fire down. We routed off all the lizardmen forces. And still things are still surprisingly close. Oh my gosh, these Saurus warriors, they don't rout. They yeah, but a little bit more AoE. There we go. Now they're finally gone. Oh my goodness. My golden hounds are even friendly firing some of my own troops, but that doesn't matter too much. But the Bastillodon is nearly dead. It's routed off. Can chase it down with Gelt. And then we'll be good. these loyal Empire spearmen too, chasing off the remaining Saurus warriors, making sure that our guns are able to continue firing. Absolute heroes. Oh my gosh, Gelt, he can chase off that Bastillodon, and we can focus fire the Lord now, or the Skink Chief, who has been pestering us since the beginning when we started. It's fitting that we can finally end him with this nice firing line that has been doing so well. Here we go, look at that, and he's gone. He's gone. It's army losses. There's still a Bastillodon, but we can chase that off too. Oh boy, oh boy, jeez. Man, what a hard-fought battle. We had to cheese it so hard, but we finally did it. Oh my goodness. It's been a long day. Oh man, but we're finally coming back, bouncing back. And doing rather well. We had to cheese it a good amount. Gelt with the 773 kills. Oh my goodness. Yep. Ooh. Oh my goodness. 808 kills. It climbed up higher for some reason. I guess it's because we killed off, we chased off the remaining forces. 9,000 damage value. He did 10% of 1,000,000 damage that battle. Good job, Gelt. You did well. You did well. Let's occupy New Fort Sol again.
Do not waste my
We have reclaimed our territory. Gelt is doing good. We have an unassigned skill point on this guy. We can give that to him.
my lord.
Recruit some forces on him. I guess, well, the thing is, we're about to run out of money. And that's not a great situation to be in, but hopefully whoever takes over next can sack the moot and get a little bit of that money back. I guess that's sort of what I'm hoping for. Let's see here. Over here. Let's see. We really need to be recruiting some troops here. I think this army, we really need to hold Averheim. Gives 500 gold a turn, so it almost makes this army worth having. The moot is fairly undefended. So we're going to move up this guy. Okay. There's an army right there. Oh my gosh. How's Averheim doing? Oh man, it's gonna get attacked immediately. That's really rough. Well, Averheim is lost, sadly. I don't think there's much that this army can really do.
Praise be to Sigma.
Let's see. Well, a miracle still could be pulled through, but I don't think so. I don't think so.
Here to serve.
Well, man, I feel really bad disbanding this army, but we need the money. Sadly, we need the money. Averheim,
Judgment ready.
you did well, but it wasn't worth confederating you, apparently. Let's see. Back over here at Itza and Axolotl. Let's see. There we go. Much better. And much better. All right, wonderful. As for Gelt, he is going to, well, he has a new skill point, but we don't really have to set it right now. We can leave that for the next person who takes over. Instead, he's going to recruit some, let's see, some, what are these guys called? Archers. He's gonna recruit some archers, and we'll also have Gelt use some global recruitment too. I think maybe some mortars could be good, but the handgunners are honestly the absolute winners in this situation. So we'll go with handgunners. And whoever takes over, if they're not comfortable with this, they can always they can disband them and get a full refund back. So that should be fine. Meanwhile, over here, this guy, newly captured settlement. What do we want to rename it? Let's see here. Oh, perfect. We can call it New Averheim, since we're about to lose that. All right. There we go. And nice. Nice. This guy can recruit some guns, probably. Looks like it's just gonna have to be crossbowmen, but some spearmen are probably a good idea here, just to hold the line a tiny bit. They're relatively cheap too. And I think we're good. Commandment back at the home province can be set. And you know what? We're gonna set it to... We don't need public order. In fact, we probably don't even need that much growth, but I'll leave that as a default since that's what we left with. That's what we got when we first started this all. There's a good amount of money in the bank. A good amount of prestige too, thanks to all the battles that we actually managed to win. So all in all, I think things went okay. Let's see here. Yeah, so let's take a stock of the area. We have, since the last 15-minute mark, we have confederated to get 2 new settlements, one of which allows us to make the wonderful Hellstorm rocket batteries, and also allows us to recruit handgunners, which have been very important for the for our last 15 turns. We've also captured Averheim through Confederation, and after that we had immediately set up a situation where we're going to lose it. So given that, I'm actually going to get rid of these basic walls, and we're going to salvage this for all it's worth, since we're expecting it to die. If we manage to make it to the next turn without Averheim falling, well, then there'll be a lot of money in it, and hopefully that helps out for whoever is taking over, which should be Skavenblight. So hopefully that money comes in and they'll be able to make it big. Back in Lustria, we have captured multiple new settlements from the lizardmen. We have lost a few, but we have also reclaimed some territory. Gelt is doing better than ever with a very strong army at the helm, and we're set up in a pretty nice position to take back our original territories. After that, he can move in onto Itza, capture that, and get rid of the major threat here. Let's see, it looks like we might even be able to establish a non-aggression pact with these lizardmen. Looks like that's gonna be a no, but that should be fine. Defenders of the old plan, we don't really need a non-aggression pact with them, so here we go. Yeah, that's basically it. The mountains have been slightly conquered, but we've managed to hit back, reducing the major threats around us and claiming quite a bit of territory. So good luck. Good luck to those taking over. That being Skavenblight. I wish you the best of luck as we end off and move on to the next turn. Hopefully nothing happens between now and then. Oh my goodness, this is quite fun. This is quite fun, and I hope we do more of this in the future. This is quite the experience. It's been quite a difficult situation, but I did manage to pull things back fairly well. A little bit of growth, I'd say. So looking pretty good. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey, would you look at that? We actually managed to kill off the Skaven here. Wonderful. Wonderful. Making a little bit of money. Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money to work with. That's pretty good. Nice. So let's see. We'll do nothing.
Conquests strike fear into the hearts of
Yeah,
your
and
enemies,
there's the
mighty
save.
lord. The wisest amongst
So
them
here we go. I
all
think we actually left off in a pretty good position. We have 20,000 gold ready to go. Averheim has not been attacked yet, and there are many slots to actually build it up if they so wish. Oh wait, I should rename this too. Let's see here. What's a good city? Ooh, nice. We'll do this one. Woo. Oops. All right. Did I spell that correctly? Nice. So, this is pretty good. It's a pretty nice setup. I've not touched anything. Gelt, he is up and recruiting. We have many military forces, a ton of gold to spend wherever. And that's going to be it. I think I did this one pretty good. Didn't have to reset, just had to cheese. We only had to cheese for one battle, really. And yeah. Not bad, not bad. How scary is this army? That's a lot of temple guard. Oh man, that's gonna be rough. That is gonna be rough. But there we go. Let's go ahead and close it. And I guess, yeah. If future me wants to do an outro, I'll go ahead and get that started. And indeed, I am actually doing that outro. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed campaign playthrough, then do feel free to stick around and subscribe if you're interested in more content like this. And also do remember to check out the other players for the campaign who will be picking up after my mess. I will be passing this on to Skavenblight, and after that it's going to be Gaming Rambles to finish off the campaign. All of the links for the content creators can be found below in the description. And also, thanks again to Linksi, who helped set up this whole event. It was a very fun 15 turns of campaign, and hopefully there'll be more content like this in the future.